dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. The fall forest fire season is starting to heat up, with several fires reported tonight, especially in the Cumberland Valley. And no rain is in the forecast until next week. WYMT's Jack Demler has more from Bell County.
There have been 4 confirmed fires throughout Bell County, including one here off of Highway 1534.
When I left work this afternoon, I got a text message from another person at the fire department informing me that we had all of these calls. And so when I was brought up to speed, then I went ahead and stopped at the 2 locations. And then while we were together at the last location, then we got another tone to come here.
According to members of the Bell County Volunteer Fire Department, there have been no structure nor property damage. Along with Bell County, there were 2 fires in Harlan, both about 40 acres in size. When asked what the cause of the fires might be, members of the Division of Forestry said it could be arson, but there is no confirmed cause of the fires. In Bell County, Jack Demler, WYMT Mountain News.
Jack, thank you. Other fires in Bell County were off Highway 221 and near Middlesboro. Officials say fire lines have been cut around some structures to protect property.
Well, Steve, like you mentioned, those rain chances are slim over the next 5 days. As you can see, we are bone dry, all thanks to high pressure, so we are watching out for more dry. Also, mild weather to continue as we go into this evening, also into early next week. Possibly a stray shower by Tuesday, but those higher rain chances are looming for Wednesday, also Thursday of next week. As we go into tonight, though, those temperatures are chilly once again, back in the upper 30s and lower 40s as you wake up and kick off your weekend. And once again, more dry. Also, mild weather is on the way on Saturday. Highs back in the middle to upper 60s, so we are a little bit above average on Saturday, and we stay dry. Also partly cloudy to mainly cloudy as you go into tomorrow night. And also as you wake up on Sunday, those lows back in the upper 40s and lower 50s. If you're heading down to Starkville, Mississippi, as Kentucky travels to take on the Bulldogs, more dry weather also on the way. We stay under a clear sky. Those temperatures back in the upper 40s and lower 50s as the game ends. So some chilly weather also on the way down in Mississippi as that same high pressure system continues over that portion of the region as well. Here is a look at your Community Trust Bank 7-day forecast, where the weekend is always in view. That stretch of dry, also mild weather does continue. Lower 70s on Monday, also Tuesday. Middle 70s on Wednesday. Watching out for possibly a few showers on Tuesday, but higher rain chances are looming by Wednesday, also Thursday, all thanks to a cold front, and we're back in the 50s by this time next week. And before we go, I do have to give a quick shout out to the Burning Springs Elementary School crew that came up to WYMT earlier today, and I'm told they had a great visit and some great questions. So an awesome visit earlier today. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thank you. We have a sad update tonight from Martin County, where officials tell us both men trapped after a collapse at an idled coal plant are dead. County Judge Executive Lon Lafferty making that announcement at a news conference you saw live here on WYMT during First at 4. We already knew Billy Bo Daniels had died in the collapse, and it is now confirmed that Alvin Neese has died as well.
This is not the outcome that we had hoped for, that we had prayed for, but we knew going in that this was a very grim and very difficult situation.
Governor Beshear said he was saddened by the news of the second death, saying, quote, "This is a very heartbreaking situation, and I hope everyone will join Brittany and me in praying for the families of these 2 workers and this entire community." An investigation continues into what caused what was known as the Pontiki prep plant to collapse. This video was recorded by state officials last year. It was obtained through an open records request. The processing plant was part of a much larger mine site. Officials say Lexington Coal Company, LLC, has held a state permit for the site since December 2018. Officials say that permit from the Department of Natural Resources involved reclamation of the site, including demolition of that prep plant. Government records show Lexington Coal Company has locations in Pike County and Milton, West Virginia. The governor's office has ordered flags at all state buildings be lowered to half-staff from sunrise to sunset tomorrow. It's to honor Joe Back, who died earlier this week. Back was the assistant fire chief for the Whitesburg Fire Department. His funeral is tomorrow. He was 59 years old. Tomorrow is the last day of early voting before Election Day on Tuesday, and both candidates for governor are making final pushes across the state. Governor Andy Beshear started his day speaking with workers during a Teamsters shift change in Louisville. He later campaigned across western Kentucky. Attorney General Daniel Cameron visited with supporters in central Kentucky and ended the day in Somerset on his bus tour. A new poll shows the race a dead heat now, tied at 47%. Earlier today, Shaping Our Appalachian Region, also known as SOAR, hosted its inaugural East Kentucky Diabetes Symposium in Hazard, focusing on ways to create more diabetic educators and awareness in the region. It featured presentations and interactive sessions from healthcare experts across the state. Corbin city leaders recently announced the planned expansion of a popular event space in town. The Corbin Center will have another 13,000 square feet of event space and a hotel with more than 100 beds. Construction is expected to begin in February or March, and the project should be completed within the next 2 years. It's homecoming weekend at Morehead State University, and this afternoon a beautiful Centennial Bronze Eagle was unveiled in the Adrian Doran University Center Commons area. The Eagle, which has a nearly 12-foot wingspan, is a special gift from Ashland businessman and MSU alumnus Ron Carty and his family, and it was sculpted by world-renowned artist Sam McKinney, also an alum of MSU. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. The ARH Sports Overtime is next. Have a great weekend.